Hello and Happy New Year! Oh my god, it's been months since I've done this. So, yeah, I'm here to yap again. In case you're coming across my video for the very first time, my name is Deborah Dada. I don't know how to do this introduction again, I've forgotten. But yeah, day to day, I'm a product designer. On the side, I enjoy events, corporate events, any event. Just invite me as long as it's a corporate event for networking. I enjoy it. What other thing? I also have like a social impact project on the side that I run back in Nigeria. I'm just many things, and this year has been one for the books. I've started content creation. I'm just trying to be a better person, to be honest. Of everything, I'm just trying to be a better person. I'm trying to improve on my skills, talking to the camera, sharing my thoughts, sharing my opinion. That is just all that I am trying to do. And I'm having fun whilst at it at the same time. But yeah, so this part of my YouTube is just where I sit and I share my thoughts with you. But right now, it's really not thoughts. This is more like life update. Sorry, it's a late life update actually. So I was doing a bit of reflection because I have been living in the UK for over 3 years. I've spent I have no two, sorry. So I spent 2 years and 3 months. Sorry, I spent 2 years and 3 months in Birmingham, and I have now spent 10 months in London. So I just did a bit of reflection to see, okay, how do I compare living in both cities together? Like, how is it different living in Birmingham for that long time? Now that I've lived in London as well, like, what's the difference? Just comparing the two. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in this video today. So I made notes in case you see me looking down. I'm just looking at notes because I can't bear to put anything in my brain right now. But yeah, that's who I am. So I'm going to also try to be bringing a couple of lifestyle things to this channel. I'm not a lifestyle sharing person, but I'll try. I promise you, I'll try. So let's let's jump right into it. So you know me already, and this is not some sort of like hate video. I'm just comparing my lifestyle between both cities, and both cities, to be honest, are great. But somehow I can even say Birmingham is shit. Forgive me. So yeah, this is just about like seasons for me, different seasons that I have been in, and how different cities have actually helped me in those different cities. So I have different categories. So the first category I'll be talking to you about is career and job opportunities. I work in tech, particularly product design. To be honest, I think that job opportunities for designers or people in product or people in tech in Birmingham is not dead, but it's not as alive as London. I mean, London is the financial capital of Europe, so why we can't even compare it. So job opportunities in Birmingham, like, to the list. I remember when I was first job hunting in Birmingham, I was going office to office to actually submit my CV, which is like an uncalled for situation. And most people will be like, oh, we don't hire. They're looking for like hardware guys, people that will like repair hardware devices and all of that, and not like software guys. And that's why I realized that the market, because I was like in offices in city center and they were not actively hiring, and it's understandable if they are not hiring. They were not interested. It was not a thing that they were typically familiar with, which I think is one major difference with living in Birmingham compared to living in London. So the thing is, most roles in Birmingham did not actually align with my career goal. So even when I got my first job, it was in London. I would commute to London once in 2 weeks. I mean, that's fair enough. But when I got my second job, it now became more. It was like twice in a week, which meant that I was spending so much on transport from Birmingham to London on Wednesdays and on Thursdays, and it didn't make sense as a financial decision to keep spending that amount of money on transport. Particularly the fact that I did my calculations and figured that If I added that same amount to what I was paying or what my living expense was in Birmingham, I would get a decent place in London. So yeah, that was my rationale when I was thinking about moving. So in terms of opportunities, London wins. Check. My second skill, based on what is important to me again, is events, attending events and creating events. And it'll be very difficult for me to actually measure this because most of the events happen in London. London Tech Week is in London, Web Summits, a couple of other like major tech events happen in London for designers, product guys. Everything happens in London. So it just makes sense that I'm able to attend events. And usually right now you just see like after work I'm able to pop into like another event location and just speak to people there. It's like regular every week you would see an event to attend, and it is very sure. So that's one of the other things that I would use to rate London over Birmingham. But then the other part that is important to me is creating events. I think it is easier to create events in Birmingham than it is to create events in London. Or maybe because personally for me, I already have that community that I can fall back to when I'm creating in Birmingham compared to in London. So those two, the disparity, like they are different. So I think here I would really share the score, maybe like a 60 to London and 40 to Birmingham, because I'm able to create my event in Birmingham. But so far I have not yet gotten into that space where I can create the kind of events that I've created in Birmingham in London. All right, so we'll go to my third measuring criteria, community and emotional anchors. I think this one Birmingham has it because it's like Birmingham is home. It was like the first place that I first landed. I made friends there, went to church there. There is a tech community that I have as well. There are people that you just meet in groups and then you build connections with those people. That is what I still have in Birmingham that I have not been able to create in my 10 months of living in London. It's been very difficult. It was so difficult that you won't believe that after I moved to London, I was still going to church every Sunday in Birmingham for a while until I told myself that if you don't look forward, if you don't stop looking back, you will never completely look forward. And then I started attending the branch of my church, same church that is here in London, and I've been enjoying it ever since then. But it was a difficult transition for me because of that community that I have. So up until now, my friends are still in London. Sorry, my friends are still in Birmingham. I like have that checklist like bam. So Birmingham wins when it comes to my community and my emotional anchor, the people that are my friends. Yeah. So the other thing, final thing, which is what I think people would think I should have led with this one, is the lifestyle. When it comes to lifestyle, Birmingham is dead. Like Birmingham is great. I was still in Birmingham yesterday and we're talking about how it is further up north, so it makes sense for it to be grey. But the people don't help the matter. Everyone is in a black puffer or black hoodie, black. And I'm like, you people, there's the rainbow for a reason. There's color yellow, color blue, color red. There are other colors that you can explore. Whereas you're somewhere in central London and then you just barge into a black woman all dressed in colors, or people are just very stylish, bold with fashion. But not many people do that in Birmingham. I mean, people's sense of style is different. My sense of style is also different. And I think my sense of style has also evolved since moving, because somehow you just see someone dress a certain type of way on the tube and you'll be like, I'm going to try that tomorrow. I will try it tomorrow. And then you give it a try. So that's why I love London. You see possibilities. You see what is attainable. There's a particular, I like getting on Thames Link after Farringdon, London Bridge, those London black fries. I love those, that line, Thames Link on that line, because you pass in between those major buildings in London, and it just somehow opens your mind to the things that are possible, to that you can't actually afford to limit yourself or cage yourself. There is a lot more outside that is possible. To be honest, that's where London wins for me again, 100%. You just see a lot of possibilities. You see what you can attain. You see what you can become, and you are genuinely very gingered to just go towards it. So yeah, Birmingham feels great. Birmingham is shitty when it comes to that, but it's not a shade. I'm just telling you people what is real. Of course, we shouldn't even be comparing both cities, but I'm just comparing it based on my own experience so far. So don't take it personal, anybody. This next one is funny. Cost of living. I would choose Birmingham's cost of living any day, anytime. People will not believe that I don't order. Before, at least, I will order like a Nigerian meal once in a while, just to have that taste of home. Here, they don't burn me well. I can't try it. I should not try it because it's a lot more expensive. At least maybe like 50% more, or 50% double, 50% plus what I would buy it in Birmingham. So I'm like, okay, I'll cook. There's always rice at home. There's always rice at home in London. There's always rice at home. Yeah. But in Birmingham, there was rice outside. They put 77 Empress. There was rice outside. But yeah, the cost of living is a lot high. Even down to groceries. Like those very little 10p that would be added to a couple of items actually add up to something. So yeah, the cost of living is a lot higher in London. And yeah, my closing thoughts is, I think when it comes to my community, Birmingham still wins. Birmingham wins any day, anytime. Maybe until my friends decide to get themselves out of that city. But till then, I'm still here. I'm genuinely trying to convince them all, but they are not answering me. But yeah, so that's my experience in comparing Birmingham to London. So based on those those 5 criteria that I have talked about, I think that London wins. But yeah, I enjoy living in London. I enjoy living in London so much. Will I move back to Birmingham at any time? No, I don't think I will do that. But yeah, I'm just now learning to see how can I be more out there in London. Like, if I'm seeing all these possibilities, it wouldn't be nice if I don't explore what God has for me in it. You get it? All right, so thank you for yapping with me and enjoying my yap up until now. I'm going to see you in my next video. All you have to do for me is for you to like, share, subscribe, comment. Have you ever lived in Birmingham? Have you ever lived in London? What do you feel about both cities? Do you ever want to move to Birmingham? Do you ever want to move to London? What are your thoughts generally about both cities? But yeah, I've shared my thoughts with you, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.